Arvind Kejriwal now hitting the campaign trail in Gujarat. The gloves are off. The big question, has the Aam Aadmi Party though lost its anti-corruption halo as a result of these CBI raids? Is Modi versus Kejriwal, as Manish Sisodia claims, really possible in 2024, or is that a pipe dream? Is AAP playing a victim card after what's happened? Is the BJP wary of Arvind Kejriwal? And is the Congress unwilling to back the Aam Aadmi Party in its fight against the BJP after the CBI raid? Joining me now, Shehzad Poonawalla, the BJP's energetic young spokesperson. Ajoy Kumar, Congress spokesperson, was once with the Aam Aadmi Party. And Jasmine Shah is AAP spokesperson and someone who's been in charge of the Delhi Development Council. Thank you all very much for joining us. Shehzad Poonawalla, to you first. We have seen in the last 3 days dozens of BJP press conferences, from the likes of Anurag Thakur to Sambit Patra to you yourself. At every level, the BJP is targeting AAP on an hourly basis. Has Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal got under your skin? Because he is claiming it's going to be Modi versus Kejriwal in 2024.
It's going to be Kejriwal versus honesty, Kejriwal versus propriety, Kejriwal versus integrity, and perhaps even Kejriwal versus Nota in 2024. Because Rajdeep, out of the 554 election seats that they contested in 2020 onwards, discounting Delhi and Punjab where they've contested earlier, they've lost their deposits on all but 2. They have an average vote share of 0.7%, and they lost 403 seats in Uttar Pradesh. They lost 67 out of 70 seats in Uttarakhand. They lost Maharashtra. They lost Haryana. They lost 2019 elections. They got less than Nota in all these elections. So I think Kejriwal versus Nota would be the better way to describe it. But today it's not about Kejriwal versus who or Kejriwal versus Nota. It's about Kejriwal, who used to say first resignation, then investigation in his IAC days, today defends all kinds of corruption and gives protection despite court observation and interrogation. Look, here are the 3 orders of the courts against Satyendra Jain. The High Court says he has a criminal background. The High Court in 2019 said that he was doing Hawala Bazi, and the trial court, here are the reports, says that the charge sheet should be taken cognizance of because he has indulged in Hawala transactions. Yet Mr. Kejriwal comes and says, Kattar Imandar hai, isko to Padma Bhushan dena chahiye. And today he declared Bharat Ratna for Manish Sisodia. They should get a Bhrashtachar ka Ratna, because for the last 25,92,000 seconds, we have been asking them 15 questions on liquor policy, and by the end of this show, that's another 3,600 seconds. Rajdeep, I assure you, not a single question on the liquor scam will be answered. The first question is that why did you allow manufacturing and blacklisted companies like Khao Gali, on whom you issued show cause notices, to come there, and what action did you take on them? Zero. What action did you take on the fact that EMD of 30 crores was actually refunded to a company illegally? What action did you take on the fact that 144 crores was waived off illegally? How did you increase the operational period of licenses illegally? Why did you go against the cabinet decision that Mr. Sisodia was not empowered to take decisions, and still Mr. Sisodia went ahead and took those decisions? Why did you increase the number of vans from 2 per mohalla to more than 2? Why did you allow these takers to open up next to Mandir Masjid, which was in violation of the master plan of Delhi? Why did you make so many violations, like giving a 50 rupee discount per crate of international imported liquor, which was against the violation of the rules? Why did you allow Brindco, company like Brindco? Please ask them, who is Amandeep Dhal? He gets L1 in Delhi also, he gets L1 in Punjab also. Please ask him, who is Vijay Nair? I'm sure you also know who Vijay Nair is. I don't want to open my mouth too much about him. Who is Mr. Dinesh Arora, who was being patronized by Manish Sisodia? What was his role? Why was he given the licenses of Mahavir distilleries? Why was a liquor factory in Punjab, which was shut down in Pathankot, opened up for a sum of 4.5 crores? There are several questions which they won't answer.
Question which will be the subject of an investigation. Let's be clear, in this country you're innocent till proven guilty, even though it often seems that rule of jurisprudence is being overtaken. But I just wonder what...
But you remember...
I wonder what Shehzad Poonawalla has before he comes on my show.
Not any liquor. No liquor.
He seems on a roll because he seems to come with some turbocharged vitamin. Maybe you have Red Bull.
No, I don't have Red Bull. I don't have red wine. I only have doodh, and I have a lot of yoga that I do. But I want to ask one specific question, because Jasmine is part of the government infrastructure. 25th of October 2021, 2 show cause notices issued by the Excise Department of Delhi government to Khao Gali Indo Spirits. Please tell me what action you took on them, because the allegation is that Indo Spirits then paid a sum of 1 crore rupees via the agency of Dinesh Arora.
So essentially, if you are saying it's 1 crore, at the moment, I've read the FIR. At the moment, the CBI's primary charge seems to be 1 crore.
No.
1 minute.
There is 900 crores.
We'll wait and see.
This is one charge, one example.
As of now, at the moment, the primary charge seems to be the 1 crore that they've leveled.
The 144 crores is written in the FIR.
We'll wait and see. The fact is, as I said, you're innocent till proven guilty. I ask Shehzad, a question. Does the Aam Aadmi Party get under the skin of the BJP? Does he see Arvind Kejriwal as a challenger for the future? He dismisses it. Jasmine Shah, are you using this battle that you are claiming is Modi versus Kejriwal to get away, deflect from the serious questions that are being asked today? It's not just Shehzad Poonawalla, but these questions, I believe, are part of the interrogation of Mr. Manish Sisodia and others. Is the AAP willing to have a debate on the excise policy rather than making it a political fight between Modi and Kejriwal? Your first challenge should be to ensure that all these charges are responded to, because remember, during India Against Corruption, the AAP would often pronounce people guilty even before they were, allowed to prove their innocence. That's what Salman Khurshid, among others, says, that what is being done to you is what you did to others 10 years ago.
Rajdeep, first of all, let's be very clear. We are completely welcoming any kind of an investigation, and this is not today. For the last 7 years, 150 cases, raids have been ordered against all of our ministers. You are aware, even CM Arvind Kejriwal's house has been raided. Not in a single of these cases has there been any conviction. So we have welcomed this raid. What happened? 31 raids happened of CBI because of this excise policy in 31 places. 14 hours Manish Sisodia's home was raided. But what did they find? Did they find some crores of cash? Did they find some jewelry? Did they find some documents? Not a single piece of incriminating evidence. And that is why the question comes to the mind that today Manish Sisodia, because let's not act as naive. Aam Aadmi Party is never going to run away from anything that we have done. 400 of our files were called by the LG at that time, even when Najib Jung was LG. They investigated, scrutinized every file, not one thing they could find. So we are open to all kinds of investigation, but let's not be naive. Let's understand that why is the finest education minister in the history of India being targeted today? The only reason is because AAP is the kind of support that Aam Aadmi Party is getting in Gujarat. You see the kind of support from all sections of the society. Just a few days back, Arvind Kejriwal announces Make India #1 campaign. People from all over the country are calling in wanting to be part of this campaign. New York Times, for the first time in the history of India, has said education, government schools in India are doing something good. It's okay. I mean, it's an opposition state, so PM Modi will not accept it. He would want to write an article in New York Times. That is fine. But when New York Times talks about Arvind Kejriwal, he has a problem. So the reality is this. Today, Modi is threatened by Kejriwal, and that is the only reason. That is the only reason. I'll ask this last point, Rajdeep. If they really were serious about corruption, allegations on corruption, I will give you a list of BJP leaders. We talked about them today. Mukul Roy, Suvendu Adhikari, Hemanta Biswa Sarma. All of them are complete. Narayan Rane. You know, all of them are completely tainted opposition leaders. What happens? Overnight they join BJP, and then all CBI, ED allegations, all raids are stopped, and suddenly ye log doodh ke dhule ho jate hain. So
no,
that is the reality of this country today.
Jasmine, what happens with leaders who switch sides, whether doodh ke dhule ho jate, whether BJP is a cleaning washing machine, cannot be a defense in a court of law against the allegations made. The fact that Manish Sisodia is seen as a fine education minister by the New York Times cannot be seen as a defense in an excise policy scam. The charge which is being made is when Arvind Kejriwal self-certifies Manish Sisodia as deserving of a Bharat Ratna. None of these can deflect from the charges that are being made. Are you trying to deflect from the fact that you are now being hit on the one issue which you claim is your identity, which is that you are strong against corruption? You've got a health minister in jail, and you've got an education minister who could be well on his way to jail.
Rajdeep, if we were hiding or we were trying to deflect, we would have protested the CBI allegation. Hamare log dharna kar rahe hote, we would have not allowed CBI to enter. Did we do any of that? We are with open arms, we are welcoming. We are even saying that even the CBI officers, they will not tell the BJP, but they themselves are perplexed. When they visited Mr. Sisodia's house, they were extremely gentle. They were very professional. They know that this is nothing but trying to score a political goal. Please, eventually our confidence comes from our faith in the courts of this country.